This station is Welling.
The history of Welling Station. Welling Station was opened on 1st of May 1895 and was one of the original stations on the Bexley-Heath line, which was an infill between Blackheath and Dartford on the North Kent line built in 1849. It is 11 miles and 660 yards from London Charing Cross.
We will shortly be arriving at Welling.
The original station had a small wooden clapperboard building. It was extended in 1931 with a new waiting room, now the cafe, and toilet block. You can see where the extension began by the different style canopies. The waiting room on the Dartford side of Welling Station is the original one from when the station was first built, and it still stands today. Aerial view of Welling and Falcon Wood, 1932. The South Eastern and Chatham Railway line and construction of the Falcon Wood Park Estate and Everons, Welling, from the north east, 1932. The red circle highlights Welling Station where you see the signal box and footbridge. Above an aerial view from the footbridge of Welling Station looking towards Bexley-Heath. The station underwent major modernisation in 1931 when the main clapperboard building was replaced by a single-storey red brick structure. But unlike that at nearby Bexley-Heath, the delightful timber waiting shelter on the downside was retained, which remains today as the original and oldest part of the station. The station was finished in 1932. To the left, a bellied 4 double-decker train approaching Welling in 1967 with St Stephen's School on the right of the picture. Do you remember the double-decker trains? After the war, trains were very crowded, and the SR Locomotive Superintendent O.V. Bullied designed a double-deck train to cater for more passengers. It had interleaved compartments to keep the height down so it could fit the tunnels. It remained unique, but ran in service from 1949 until 1971, and was restricted to the 3 London to Dartford lines. The double-decker train failed because it took too long to load, and the upstairs compartments could not have opening windows and so were too stuffy. The answer was to extend the platform and trains to 10 cars, which was done in 1954. The photo to the right is of an electric transformer taken outside Welling Station in 1938. Semaphore signals with signal boxes every few miles were used to control the trains until multiple aspect colour light signalling was introduced. Welling signal box was replaced by Dartford Area Signalling Centre on 1st November 1970, but the London Bridge Area Signalling Centre was not opened until 1974. The coal yard was closed in 1962 and is now the car park outside the station on platform 2. Above is a close-up of the attractive Welling signal box, built by Mackenzie and Holland in 1931-32. Class 456/466 networker units were built 1991-93 and introduced sliding doors and driver-only operation, which needs cameras and monitors for the driver to check all the doors. Although platforms were extended for 12-coach trains at this time, not enough trains were built. Extra 5-car 376 trains were built in 2009 to allow a 6 trains an hour service. This changed on completion of the Thameslink project. Since then, the Class 707s have been introduced as our city beamers in 2021, bringing an improvement to capacity and space for passengers. EPB trains were introduced in 1951-1953 and lasted 40 years. The units were facelifted in the early 1980s, replacing the single compartments, and they had fluorescent lights fitted. Facelifted for EPB 5480 is seen here on a Charing Cross to Dartford service in 1991. The downside waiting room is the oldest building on the station. and the footbridge was installed in 1924. The station had a booking office either side until then.
We will shortly be arriving at Welling.
The photo above is Welling Station in 1972 of a 4 EPB, Unit 5237, entering the station, showing the 12:04 train from Dartford to Charing Cross. Welling Station now. Views from platform and top of footbridge.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This station is Welling.